Hi everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee, and this is me, Oberon, with my Friday show, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. It's my weekly reading for each sign of the Zodiac. I do 3 cards. The first card tells you what is your opportunity or challenge, emotionally speaking. The next card is the action required, and then from another deck I choose a third card that will indicate whether or not that zodiac sign gets lucky this week. All right, so we're going to start with Aries, and I'm using a new deck this week. It's one I've used before. It's the Clive Barrett Ancient Egypt Tarot. So we're going to get started right away. And of course, these are good for the sun, moon, or rising of each sign. So we're doing Aries first, and that's sun, moon, or rising. All right. And my ode to Egypt. All right, so the boy Aries, you certainly called it, the emotional challenge that's coming. It's the Lovers. It's a choice. It's picking virtue over vice. It's picking the right way. This absolutely must pertain to something that's going on in your emotional life. It could be your own relationship, or it could be a new relationship, or it could be another situation that has really big emotional likes, dislikes going on for you. All right, so I'm just going to put that one there. Whoops, couldn't quite get it there. There we go. And now, from the bottom of this deck, what is the action required? That's the upright Ace of Swords. So the action required is to really approach this with a lot of confidence and bravery, and feeling like you just have to really push for that result you want. And so if there is really a choice involved, this suggests you are able to make that choice on the grounds of all the information you know. You know, the swords, a lot of them, the court cards in particular, maybe tend to be avatars or arbitrators of justice or of good, sound legal decisions. So I think this could be saying that as well, that, you know, you just have to go with what your best, you know, legal choices are going to be in the matter. All right, so will Aries get lucky? And so for that, I am using the Tarot Gothika. It's a little racy, I admit it. It's a newer deck for me, but it's been around for a couple of years, I believe. And so with this one, we're doing a method that Banshee found on the internet, and she gives credit to it, and I don't remember who that person is that gave us this or that mentioned this. They know that we're doing it. It's a simple, we have our own method, of course, but it's a simple 1-card method for yes or no. So will Aries get lucky? And it's the Princess or Page. No, it's the coins. It's the Princess of Coins. Okay, Princess of Pentacles. So Pentacles, it means it will come with a price. And as the Page or Princess of Pentacles, it may mean some application towards finding a middle ground through knowledge and wisdom, and or through understanding the differing philosophies that are possibly going on with that. I'm going to let it go with that. And we will now move on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Taurus, what is the challenge or opportunity? Well, you can't make it up. One person's opportunity is another person's something else. So here it is. It's the reversed Ace of Swords, fresh from its appearance in Aries. But for Taurus, it's indicating something different. The challenge or opportunity is to maybe realize that something needs more from you. It must be a relationship, of course. And it maybe calls upon you to be a little bit more braver or forceful. Like maybe this particular situation or relationship needs your assertiveness. What is the action required, Taurus? And it's temperance. And the action required is for you to moderate what's going on, your own energies. Could it be that you're not being equal in how you move your energies around, and that maybe you're being a little bit prudent or overly cautious where you don't need to be? So let's take a look then at whether or not the Tauruses get lucky. I like some of the ideas behind the stylized, decks that we're seeing, but I don't like it when it's hard to discern exactly what card it is due to either some, artistic convention. So anyway, Taurus, are you going to get lucky? And it's the Four of Swords. No. A definite no. I'm sorry, I meant to put it there earlier. So not only is it a definite no, but we get the idea that this relationship or this situation needs a big time out. And that although forces may be making you feel like this challenge is true, to be more assertive, the idea of being maybe more temperate really was weighing towards what you were doing, perhaps, Taurus, that maybe laying low or pulling yourself back from this relationship is really what you need to do. I'm just saying it that way. So let's move on to Gemini then, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, what is your challenge or opportunity? It's the reverse Eight of Swords. Your challenge and opportunity is to realize that maybe there's something in your relationship that you've been holding your back from, and that it could be because you haven't owned up to something, that maybe you're operating under an illusion, you're in denial about part of the relationship. And you almost wonder if maybe this is a codependent relationship, and so you don't want to admit that maybe you should be out of this relationship, or that this relationship, limits you, and that you need to free yourself from it, the literal idea of the Eight of Swords reversed. But what is the action required then? Oh boy, Gemini, what did you get yourself into? It's the Star reversed. Is the action required really coming to that realization that in this relationship or in this situation, there's not a good way forward, that there just sort of seems like nothing really is going to work out from some sort of, good destiny kind of thing here, or that this may be indicating to watch for some other signs going on. I don't know. I don't see a lot of good with that idea there. So it almost feels wrong to ask if you're going to get lucky, but I'm going to do that because, of course, getting lucky doesn't always mean what. It could mean, just a favorable change in a relationship or in an emotional situation. Gemini, will you be lucky? It's the Two of Swords. No. And the Two of Swords often means a pause or a standoff of some sort. I like the idea of a standoff here. It sort of looks that way in a way. Like maybe there still is a possibility for somebody to not get stabbed. Stabby cards. It may be up to you to figure out how it is you can hold off what's going on here, whether it's the revelation about, your oppression, or whether or not, you can free it, or the idea that, you just don't see any way out of it. So I'm going to leave that back over to you, Gemini, and wishing you good luck with that. We'll move on to Cancer now. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Cancer. And I want to mention that this beautiful statues there on my screen, those are from my good friend Mara. I hope she sees them. I actually do like to put to use some of this stuff. She knows I love Egyptian stuff, so thank you very much. It was a recent holiday present. All right. Cancer, which, by the way, is Mara's sign. Mara and other Cancers, what is the challenge or opportunity in the emotional sense? It's the Two of Cups. That's upright. The challenge or opportunity is to understand the harmony and trust that you have within a relationship, how it furthers that relationship. If you're already in one, you know exactly what this may mean. It may mean this is a time for you to really come together closer than ever. In this hemisphere, it's the winter, and it's hard times for people. If you're working towards a relationship or not quite in one, this could be indicating that maybe you will have the ability to find somebody really worthy of you, or you worthy of them, in a relationship. There's a lot of idea here about harmony and trust. So what is the action required then? And it's the reversed Judgment. And I think a lot of this is the idea of forgiveness of people, forgiveness of each other, that sometimes we're in a relationship and it goes on for a very long time, and we realize that we may have grown not so different from each other, but different in certain attitudes or feelings. And we have to learn how to forgive each other for having some of the things we have. But if you're not in a relationship already or in that, this could be saying that the kind of person you feel close to may not always be the one that feels exactly spiritually or mentally like you, and that you may have to learn more about that before you come to a judgment. So, Cancer, will you get lucky? Oh, it's so tempting, but there were so many, so there's no way. Oh, I hope I picked them all back up. And something tells me I am nearly there. Cancer, will you get lucky? It's the King of Wands reversed. Yes, but you will have to work at it. And what does the King of Wands need to work at? Sometimes the King of Wands needs to find their voice in certain matters. They need to realize that they really can be charming and charismatic. They might have to work at it a little bit more than someone more natural. But, you know, and it's Cancer. You know, Cancers are very personable signs. So I think this is saying yes, you know, but if you want it, then, you know, you have to go for it. Otherwise, it's probably not just going to fall into your lap. Whatever that luck is that you want to find, Cancer. All right, we're going to move on to Leo now. Sun, moon, or rising. Grab those back. So Leo, sun, moon, or rising, what is the opportunity or challenge? And it's the Lovers reversed. And we had it on our very first card, I believe, for Aries, but Leo, another fire sign, it's reversed. And so the challenge or opportunity is realizing maybe that some of the choices you want to make, some of the things you want to love, are just not exactly fulfilling in the ways you really need at this time, perhaps. They may be fulfilling in other ways, or they may be distractions or things that could possibly, you know, have worse consequences later. Now, our second card then, Leo, is what is the action required? And it's another major arcana reversed, the Magician. The action required is to realize that this is a situation, Leo, where you're kind of out of accordance with your own sense of willpower and desire, and that it may be that you have some shadow issues or things working through you right now. Come see Goth Tarot on Wednesdays. But other than that, Leo, it could be, you know, that you just don't have the ambition right now. You need to work on figuring out where ambition and confidence comes on. And I say good luck with that, but you really won't need it, Leo, because that's kind of you. So maybe you're just having a bad day or week. So, Leo, will you get lucky? It's the reversed Queen of Coins. It will come with a price. And the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Coins sort of has a feeling about self-care about it in a way. So getting lucky may mean that this is really about taking care of yourself in a way that maybe you're the one that really needs that. And so that's why it comes with a price, because you may have to put out a little bit more than what you thought in order to feel that sense of being lucky, whatever it's going to be. So I'm just going to say it that way. And we will now move on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Repeat, three-peat. Virgo, you have the reversed Ace of Swords, and that's like Taurus. Taurus had that. Virgo, your challenge maybe is in moving something along in a relationship. Your challenge is maybe you've lost some steam somehow, or you somehow have lost the will or initiative, or there's some details that are bogging this down. It just doesn't seem like you can move a relationship or situation that maybe has emotional appeal for you ahead at this time. Expect some delays maybe. So what is the action required? It's the Lovers reversed again. And the action required is to think outside the box, I think, to think beyond the idea of the choices that maybe come to us from an emotional sense, you know, whether there are just different people or situations we like or we want to feel we want to partake of. This may be saying we need to kind of do away with some of that. We need to sort of focus in a different way and maybe relax what we're desiring right now. So that doesn't sound too good about getting lucky, does it? But I'm going to do those cards anyways. Will Virgos be able to get lucky? And it almost looks like, no, Virgos really want to sort of clamp down on the situation. That's a little typical maybe of Virgos. I don't know. So Virgos, are you feeling lucky? It's the upright Nine of Cups. Look at her. She looks so happy. It will come naturally. And it almost looks like it's a wish or it's a big desire that somehow pulls this off. And that maybe Virgo's feeling that you felt limited in some ways about, you know, being able to push your agenda just somehow opened up an avenue of luck for you, that you had to just change your orientation, you know, the Lovers reversed, and then all of a sudden things started to work out. I don't know, that sounds like magic a little bit, or destiny. So I'm going to leave it with that for the Virgos. And we'll move on to Libra now. And Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This one's for you, Libra. So, what is the challenge or opportunity for the Libras? The challenge is to maybe move into a bit of action that maybe you've been kind of holding back a little bit, waiting for things to move into a particular point. But the hangman can't stay in suspension forever. And that's maybe an indication you've been trying to in some way. I want you to stay up there. Oi. It has a mind of its own. But don't you have a mind of its own, Libra? You know, this is a card, I think, saying that your challenge really is, as Banshee would say, to get off of the tree and to maybe put some things aside that you need to, like maybe your more egotistical concerns, Libra, and move, you know, into a more rational action. But what is the action required then somehow in this? It's the Prince or Knight of Wands. The action required is to be probably a little more brash than you normally are. I don't know, Libras can be at times, but this is sort of like more of a forging spirit, that this is, a little bit more crusading in a way. The Knight of Wands represents an energy that is brave and noble, but really wants to push ahead. Maybe there's a sense of communication going on here about bringing, some communication skills out of your closet and using them a little bit, Libra, to move ahead in this area. So are you, Libra, going to get happy? Lucky, happy, happy, lucky. Wow, I want to take that, but I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. I don't have to if I don't want to. And it's the Queen. Oh, it's her again, isn't it? It's the Queen of Pentacles. It will come with a price. The Queen of Pentacles will maybe have to do something for others. The opposite of the Queen of Pentacles is more self-care. This may be more about producing beauty or producing something that maybe others can also enjoy. So I think if Libras want to get lucky, they may have to expect to do a little more work with other people, basically, or with those ones that are involved in their emotional situations. Good luck with that. Alrighty. We are now on to a sign for my own heart. Scorpio. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Scorpio. Scorpio, what is the challenge or opportunity? You have also gotten the Hanged Man. Wah. Note to self. Get a better stand. All right. Scorpio, you two need to maybe put aside more inner concerns, give up a quest of some sort, and kind of rejoin the real world. Scorpios, maybe you've been sort of too abstract lately, or certainly recently, pondering the mysteries of love or whatever's going on in your universe. But it's time to maybe come back. So what is the action required, Scorpio? It's the reversed King of Cups. Don't be that person. The upright King of Cups is a perfect Cancer or Pisces or possibly Scorpio. They're all water signs, and the cups kind of is representational that way. But I think that the action requires to realize that as a Scorpio, sometimes you are more like that reverse King of Cups. You may be cruel to be kind. You may not know the limits of your sarcasm or things like that. Guilty. So I think this is saying, don't be that person, Scorpio. Try to be the better side of Scorpio. So will you get lucky, Scorpio? And I'm using the Tarot Gothika for that. And it's the upright Two of Pentacles. It will come with a price, Scorpio. And Two of Pentacles says that it really will need balance. It will need, whatever it is, it will need a fair look at equity in terms of either the personal things you have to do to rejoin the world, to not be a mean, petty person, to find some emotional opportunities that are beneficial to you, or that you may be beneficial to others. But it will come with a price, because you really need to have balance in your life too. So think about that as well, Scorpio. All right, and now we'll move on to Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Sagittarius. The challenge or opportunity, emotionally speaking, is the Six of Wands. But it's reversed. Sometimes you realize that people aren't always going to notice you the way you might want to be noticed, or reward you the way you might want to feel rewarded. So in romantic situations, this may seem like, Sagittarians, you sort of at times can have a dismal view about your own relationships or your potential for relationships. You may feel there are parts about you that others don't get, or that you feel funny about having to point out to them because they should be obvious perhaps. But what is the action required then, Sagittarians? And Sagittarians, fire signs, Wands, fire signs. Queen of Wands, reversed. The action required maybe is to avoid getting a little too catty. The Queen of Wands reversed, a little too bitchy kind of thing. The action required is to realize that there are some limits to the amount of charisma that you may be able to generate to project your energy or power for a relationship or a situation. So you may have to realize that there's only so much you can do before maybe you are all too easily noticed, but not in a good light. And maybe that's what the first card refers to, is that maybe people see you in a different light because of other reasons, and that maybe if you're well known or appreciated, it's sort of in an inverse way because of other things you do that aren't necessarily the best. So will Sagittarians get lucky? And let's find out right now. Ooh. It's the Ace of Wands. Is that really the Ace of Wands? It is. I mean, it looks like it, obviously. So, gee, Sagittarians, we're really channeling some primo fire energy here in this reading from two different decks. And the Wands means yes, but you will have to work for it. And so this is a process of something you initiate, something that you will have to put a bit of energy or, determination into, Sagittarians. So good luck with that. But it looks like you can do it. And this is about an emotional matter. All right, so then we are moving on to Capricorn. Sun, Moon, or Rising, Capricorn. What is your challenge or opportunity? It's the Eight of Cups. It's upright. the challenge or opportunity for Capricorn is to realize there's something else you should be moving towards. That what you leave behind is something you no longer really need. What you are moving towards, emotionally speaking, is maybe something that gets you over certain pains or sorrows that you may feel because of other relationships or the current one that maybe isn't working out. And of course, if this is just about, non-relationship matters, it could be saying really that what you've really desired, emotionally speaking, in some other way, a success of some sort perhaps, is attainable, but you have to, be willing to say whatever is past in a good way. I think this is saying really you are moving towards something better emotionally, and maybe it's getting over a dysfunctional way of having relationships, Cancer or Capricorn. So what is the action required? And it's the Six of Cups, and it's upright. The Six of Cups, I think, in this respect, is saying to realize that whatever recently has happened, your deeper past, you are capable of good relationships with people or situations. Maybe you felt them through your family or through other close relationships when you were younger or even in childhood. And so that's what you want to invoke in yourself, the idea or the memory that you have been there before. You know you can do this, even if this does seem to be a challenging time for you, Capricorn. So, will you get lucky? And it's the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is upright. So it means yes, but you have to work for it. And the Three of Wands says it's an opportunity. That you may have to take advantage of an opportunity. If this is about, moving towards a new relationship, then something may be coming to you that presents as an opportunity or a chance at that. But if it's in general talking about, what's going on emotionally in your life, finding peace or comfortable situations, this too presents as an opportunity that you don't want to miss. So that was Capricorn. And we will now move on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What's up, Aquarians? What is your, Aquarians, opportunity or challenge? It's the Queen of Discs, the Queen of Pentacles. So from an emotional opportunity or challenge, you have an opportunity to bring something beautiful to people's lives. It's not necessarily about romance. It may be about what you create for them that brings them a sense of comfort and security. There's emotional qualities here, but let's not forget that Pentacles can talk for our sense of personal autonomy as well as feeling protected or loved by what is around us, whether it's family or whether it's the situation we're in. So that's your opportunity or challenges to find that or to pursue that or to get along with that. What is the action required? And it's the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords says, this is something that you do have to be active about, that maybe it presents to you as an opportunity that is either career, job related, or forging ahead with a specific kind of project that maybe is like that. And so depending on your circumstance, maybe you're being called upon to write grants for an organization that's trying to be helpful to people. Something like that. Maybe it just means you're working with a library support group that brings materials to people that can't get out for them. There's any number of possibilities with that. So I just see it as a good opportunity for you to bring something comforting to other people, Aquarius. All right then, so will you get lucky? And dang, there she is again. It's the Princess or Page of Pentacles. And it will happen, but it will happen with a price. And the Page of Pentacles is often saying that sometimes you really have to get into a different mode of thought. You have to feel a little bit more philosophical about life or about the exploration of life. So maybe this is saying that for the Aquarians, they have to explore something that maybe is not exactly as well known to them. It's not that it's uncomfortable, but maybe it's just an area of their life that they haven't really explored. Certainly in terms of maybe a potential relationship. Go to the library or the museum. Anyways, I'm just kidding, Aquarians. I'm just teasing. So we are now on Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I want to thank everybody in advance for coming today. And don't forget to hit the like buttons. And hey, recommend us to anybody you know who might be interested in a service like ours, you know, tarot, astrological related. Thank you. Okay, Pisces, water sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What is your opportunity or challenge? And you too have the Six of Wands. Your opportunity or challenge is to feel like you can really prove your value, or that you feel, you know, others respect your value, respect you as either leading the way in certain respects. And this is talking about emotional matters. So maybe this could be talking about your own relationship where they see you as being, I can't think of the word, that you deserve what you're getting in terms of how you approach relationships. People feel you're just really good. It sort of talks like somebody who's magnanimous with their feelings, that they really know how to like and appreciate a lot of people. Maybe that's you, Pisces. So that's the challenge or opportunity, is to be more of that kind of person. But what is the action required? It's the reverse Seven of Swords. The action required could be a little different. The action required could be you sort of being a little bit more honest about where you've been in the past, or about what your motivations really are. So this could be saying, Pisces, is that it's better for you to be honest and truthful about where you're at in this race of emotions, or if it's seeking an emotional situation, or if it's in a long-term relationship and there's a situation going on. Don't be quiet. You know, this is saying really you're better served by not keeping a secret in this regard. All right, so Pisces, will you get lucky this weekend? Week or weekend, you never know. These readings are good for a whole week, starting from today, Friday, till next Thursday. Alrighty, and we are asking, will the Pisces get lucky? Two of Swords. No. And the Two of Swords says maybe you're just sitting and waiting too long. Maybe you're not really ready at this time, at least, to make this decision. Or because you are not making the decision, it may pass you, or you're not going to be able to take advantage of it for some reason. That's why it means no. So sorry about that, Pisces. But that's it for the emotional exchanges, and I seem to have gone into a bit of overtime, so I'll just briefly mention that tomorrow's happy hour at 10 a.m. It's normal time. Sunday morning is Banshee's Material Matters at its normal time of 10 a.m. Come and get your complete financial forecast for the week ahead for every sign of the Zodiac. We're live on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4, and then a whole new week of programming begins, including somewhere on Monday will be the Sun moving into Aquarius, or is it moving into Pisces? I'm losing track. Well, we are having another monthly modality message, and that'll be coming as the sun changes signs on Monday. So we'll see you again. Take care, everybody.